Hi everyone, Adrian Cobalt Andrich with what I hope will be the final or second to last segment of this playthrough. I've decided that since we're so close to the end here, it may actually be wise for me to just play it through to the end without stopping, but then, cut the video appropriately afterwards. We have 3 Omega Metroids left. I went ahead and found a health regenerator while without recording that because that required some backtracking. There's going to be a Metroid in here. So I just wanted to thank anyone who has been watching these videos, and I really do hope you've been enjoying them. I call these videos ASMR loosely because, I don't know, I think the concept kind of fascinates me, and I'd like to try my hand at it doing something I really enjoy. But if you've been watching and you've been enjoying, let me know, because I like to hear feedback, and if you didn't like it, also let me know, because that's helpful to me. I do want to keep making some of these videos, obviously with other Metroid games. Oh, another question I had for you, and for anyone who maybe has recorded these kind of things before, recorded video games, I would love to record playthroughs of Metroid Prime, all the Metroid Prime games pretty much, and possibly even Metroid Other M, although I'm not so sure about that one. But the problem is I don't know how to record those kinds of games. I don't have a... my computer would not be able to run like the Dolphin emulator or anything, so I don't think that's really going to be a possibility. If there's a way to record it directly off your TV or your DS, I may actually be able to run the Metroid Prime hunters on my computer, but I don't know for sure. So if anyone has any advice for how I would go about doing that, please let me know. I'll do my own research also. Oh, there's another save station here. So yeah, we're cutting it pretty close, I think, to the amount of time necessary to get the best ending here. Since each video is about 20 minutes, or slightly less, and so far I've made 6, this will be the 7th video, I've made 6, so that's 2 hours. I think you need to complete the game in under 3 hours to get the best one. And once we take care of these Omega Metroids, the final section of the game actually isn't too terribly difficult, so if I can just get this one and the next one without having to backtrack again for health, then we should be pretty good. As I said, Samus has to destroy the Metroid Queen. That'll be the final boss. And the Metroid Queen actually isn't the most difficult enemy we will have faced in this game. Okay, it's only been about 5 minutes, and we've destroyed 2 of the Omegas. So hopefully we can keep that pace up. That was good. Should have done some pretty significant damage to him. Alright. So we still have a respectable amount of health left. Now we head into the final sanctum of the planet, where the Metroid Queen makes her nest. I was kind of wondering earlier, what sort of classification of animal would you call Metroids? They kind of have a metamorphosis like an insect, and they even refer to the infants as larvae, but as they mature they actually come to resemble more reptiles. Especially the Omega Metroid, really starting with the Zeta Metroid actually, up to the Queen stage, they become quadrupeds and kind of lizard-like in their appearance. And there's the fact that the younger ones kind of look like jellyfish. So I don't know. Now that looks like water. It's actually some kind of slime, I think, because if you step in it, it slows you down. There's also a few invisible pits, in this area. So those can be easy to accidentally fall into. So, as with the previous Metroid, we haven't gotten all the items that are available. We've gotten all the upgrades, but we haven't gotten all the, missile expansions. But I figured we don't need to. Item completion doesn't have any impact on our ending in this game. Metroid Prime, I think, is... No, that's not true. Metroid Prime was the first to make that sort of a requirement to get the better endings. And that's because, due to the increased loading times in that game, it seemed unfair to make completion time a requisite for the ending bonuses. Okay, so here we're in a pretty big room. You may not be able to get the true scope of it, but if you look at a map of Metroid II, it'll probably be the first thing that catches your eye, is this big, cavernous room. So for the area ahead, Here we can see a shattered Chozo statue. We're actually going to need the ice beam again, because we're going to be fighting some elementary level Metroids, you might say. And just like in Metroid 1, they require, you need to freeze them before you can destroy them with missiles. And before we go on, there are recharge stations for us right here. We'll need those. So 200 missiles and full energy tanks puts us in pretty good shape. So here we are in the final sort of section. As you can see up here, there's an egg-like object that will become important in a little bit. Our Metroid count is shuffling right now. We've gone up from 1 to 9. That is because these Metroids have begun appearing. Oh no. We don't get victory music when we kill these Metroids. And unfortunately, they don't drop any health or items. At least I don't know. But like before, if they latch onto you, what you do is use your Morph Ball Bomb. They don't always let go right away, unfortunately. Oh man. So, I don't know, we may have to... There's a way when you fight the Metroid Queen to retreat, and we may have to do that. It's kind of an awkward height for the Metroid. We may have to retreat and refill our reserves. Then again, we may not have to. There's a trick to fighting the Metroid Queen which allows you to kind of beat her without taking too much damage. So there's only 2 more standard Metroids left. Hoping he'll come over here so I can do that. Oh no. Great. So we're in the antechamber to the Metroid Queen. Looks a bit like Turian from the original Metroid, and there she is, looking big. Now the trick is to, once she's opened her mouth, just keep firing missiles. As you can see, the pit down there is where we will go if we need to retreat. And it is looking like we will have to do that. Let's go ahead and do that so we don't die. It's only been 14 minutes, so we're doing alright. Alright, so back at it now. I think she retains all the damage you've done to her, so let's keep our fingers crossed. I kind of wonder, they don't ever really explain it, I don't think, but this section of the game, since it has kind of this alien architecture and is filled with the what appear to be like laboratory testing tubes, I kind of wonder if this was the area where the Chozo first created the Metroids. Possibly an abandoned Chozo laboratory. In the Japanese, there was a manga in Japan for Metroid Zero Mission, which was the Game Boy Advance remake of the original Metroid, and in that they explained that Chozo engineered the Metroids so that they could prey on the X parasite on this planet, SR-388. The X parasite we will actually encounter in Metroid Fusion. It's an invasive organism that infects and then can mimic the host's DNA. Kind of like The Thing. Not the from Fantastic Four, you know, but the Thing, the science fiction movie. I may have to pause real quick, someone just came in the house. Sorry, someone I know came in the house, not an intruder. You can, if the Metroid Queen opens her mouth, you can actually go inside of her using the Morph Ball and lay your Morph Ball bombs on the inside, but that's actually kind of risky, and besides, we've just defeated her. Great, so that's the last real challenge we have to face. And now we've discovered an infant Metroid which is actually imprinted on Samus. The last Metroid, in fact, seeing as we've just destroyed the Queen and all other Metroids on SR-388. And so, because this infant Metroid has identified and stuck with Samus now, kind of represents a significant discovery for the Galactic Federation within this universe, because now the Federation is discovering it may be able to study and harness the Metroid's power in a way that would benefit mankind rather than what the space pirates have been using them for. So here we are back on the surface of the planet. And wow, we actually did all that in under 20 minutes, so that should give us the best ending that there is. You can see we're now back to where we started. Continental ship, and that's endgame. So, we have the credits now. I want to thank you all again for watching this. It's been fun playing it and talking to all of you. So, next up I will be doing Super Metroid, which I think should be lots of fun for you guys, especially if you've never seen the game before, but I mean, you probably have. if you've been drawn to Metroid ASMR in any way already. Also, if you have any requests for games that you want to see being played, then please let me know. I guess I kind of want to avoid doing old 8-bit games because I'm not very good at them, and I think I kind of want to keep creating this sort of relaxed attitude playing these games, and I don't think it would be very relaxing for you to see me die over and over again. That might just be more frustrating than anything, so... but let me know if you have any recommendations or things that you want to see. I will be doing Super Metroid next, like I said, so look forward to that if you enjoyed these. And that's the end of Metroid 2. So thank you all for watching. 2 hours 19 minutes. And there's Samus. So I will see you all later. Bye bye, and thanks.